Hey, it's math time. You ready to add and subtract? There are a whole lot of numbers. We're getting smarter with every math fact. Hey, welcome back to math. Do you remember what we're going to learn more about today? Haha, that's right. Money! So let's start off with a little review. Are you ready? We're going to be reviewing the names and amounts of each coin. So when I put the coin up on the screen, you try to tell me the name of the coin and how much it's worth before I say it. Are you ready? Better turn your brain up into high gear because I'm pretty fast at this. Ready? Set. Go. Dime, 10 cents. Penny, 1 cent. Nickel, 5 cents. Quarter, 25 cents. Well, how'd you do? Did you beat me on all of them? Did you beat me on just a few? Keep practicing. You're going to get as fast as me real quick if you just keep doing this. That's all it takes. Now, let's look at this. If you're going to go out in the world and be able to spend money and count money, you need to be really fluent in your counting. Fluent means you do it really smoothly. There's no stopping and thinking about how much you have. So we're going to practice some counting fluency today using dimes. I have a whole lot of dimes here, and we're going to count them going forward and backwards and forwards and backwards until we're really fluent counting our dimes. So if we're counting dimes, how much are we counting by? Tens, you guessed it. Nice job, you smarty. All right, here we go. Let's just count by tens forward. And when the arrow goes down, we'll count backwards. And when the arrow in the corner goes up, we'll count forward. Are you ready? Here we go. Let's work on our fluency. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 130, 120, 110, 100, 90, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 150, 140, 130, 120, 110, 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 130, 120, 110, 100, 90, 80, 70, 80, 90, 100. Whoo-hoo! That was pretty hard. How did you do? Were you able to keep up with me? It's a really great idea for you to practice your counting fluency. Today, we practice counting by tens, forward and backwards, just to get real smooth with it. Next time, we're going to practice counting by fives, forward and backwards. That's a little bit harder. Thanks for practicing with me. Great job counting forwards and backwards by tens. I'm proud of you. Now today's lesson has to do with some story problems. We're going to be looking at story problems that deal with money. Because in real life, you're not just going to always have 25 cents plus 10 cents written down like this. You're going to actually be spending money or getting money and needing to know how much you have altogether or how much you have left. So here we go. Seymour emptied his pockets. In one pocket, Seymour had 3 dimes and 2 nickels. In the other pocket, Seymour had 1 quarter and 7 pennies. How much money did Seymour have all together? All right, let's take a closer look at that story problem. It says that Seymour had 3 dimes and 2 nickels in one pocket. So let's draw that out. I'm going to draw 3 dimes, just some circles, and I'm going to put a 10 in the middle of each circle to remind me that these are dimes. And then 2 nickels. So I'm going to draw me a couple more circles, and then I'm just going to go ahead and put a 5 inside of these circles because those are nickels. Now it says that in the other pocket, Seymour had 1 quarter and 7 pennies. So let's draw this out. 1 quarter, quarters are 25 cents, and 7 pennies. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm just going to go ahead and put a 1 in the middle of each one of these. So then it says, how much money does Seymour have all together? I love that word, all together. It means I'm going to add these up. I want to know how much Seymour has in this pocket and this pocket combined. And if you look at this, it kind of reminds me a little bit of a number bond. Let's get rid of this great big circle here. Whoop. So yeah, in a number bond, you would have this amount and this amount, and they would come together to make this amount. This is what we're trying to figure out, how much these are all together. So let's add them up and see if we can figure out the answer in our number bond. Here we go. I'm going to count by tens because that's so easy. And then I'm going to count by fives. 10, 20, 30, 35, 40. Oh my goodness. In this pocket, Seymour had 40, what? Were they 40 monkeys? No. 40 cents. Let's label it. Now we have a little bit harder. We have to start counting at 25, but luckily we only have ones over here, so this isn't going to be too hard. We're just going to start at 25 and count up by ones. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So we had 32 cents in this pocket and 40 cents in that pocket. Now we have some big old math to do. We need to add together 40 and 32. I'm going to kind of do a rainbow adding here. So 2 plus 0, I'm adding my ones columns. That makes, let's get rid of our question mark because we're going to find our sum. 2 plus 0 makes 2. Now we're going to add the 4 and the 3 because these are the numbers in the tens column. Here we go. And 4 plus 3 is 7. Oh my goodness. Now, when you're counting money and working with money, you cannot leave your answer just like this. He did not just have 72 in his pockets. 72 what? 72 M&Ms, 72 spiders. I don't know if you don't label it. So, since we're dealing with money, what do you think the label on this has to be? Good job. You know what you're doing. Cents. So we're going to make a little C here, put a line through it. Seymour had 72 cents in his pocket. Good work. Miles the Moose is very lazy and does not like to do his chores. So on Monday, he had Seymour wash the dishes for him. And then he had to give Seymour some money. He gave Seymour 2 dimes and 3 nickels. On Tuesday, Miles the Moose did not feel like folding the laundry and putting it away, so he hired Seymour to do it. Seymour charged him 1 quarter, 1 dime, and 4 pennies. At the beginning of the week, Miles the Moose had started out with 94 cents. How much does he have left now? This next story problem is a little bit more complicated. So, Miles the Moose does not like to do chores and he pays his friend Seymour to do his chores for him. On Monday, Miles the Moose paid Seymour 2 dimes and 3 nickels to do his work. So let's draw that out. Here we go. 2 dimes, putting our 10 in the middle of each one so we remember what we're drawing, and 3 nickels. Alrighty, and then it says on Tuesday, Miles the Moose gave Seymour 1 quarter, 1 dime, and 4 pennies. So let's draw that out. We have 1 quarter, 1 dime, and 4 pennies. It's really important to keep your drawings nice and neat when you're trying to solve a story problem. And when you're solving a story problem with money, it's going to be really important to put in the amounts. Just drawing a bunch of circles is not going to do you any good. You won't remember what you're doing. Now, this story problem had a little bit more information in it. It said that Miles the Moose had started out with 94 cents. And the question is, how much money does Miles the Moose have now? So this is different. We're not trying to find out how much money Seymour has by adding these together. We're trying to figure out what Miles the Moose has left. So right up here at the top, I'm just going to write down my 94 cents. Because that's what Miles started with. And then Miles got rid of this much money, and then Miles got rid of this much money. So I wonder what he has left. Now, the first thing we're going to have to do when we're solving this is to figure out how much this is and how much that is so that we can subtract it from here. So let's figure this out. Let's add all this up and figure out how much it equals. Here we go. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35. So this was 35 cents. So on Monday, Miles the Moose paid Seymour 35 cents. Don't forget to label it. Now let's figure out how much he paid out on Tuesday for that laundry. Here we go. 25 plus 10. 25. 35. Now we're going to count by ones. 36, 37, 38, 39. Holy smokes. Then he paid out 39 cents to his buddy on Tuesday. Now, think about this. How are we going to figure out how much money Miles the Moose has left? All right, good job. We need to add these together and then subtract them from the 94. Wow, that's going to be a lot of math. Let's add 35 and 39. We'll do it down here in the corner. 35 cents plus 39 cents. What does that equal? Here we go. 9 plus 5 is 14. Now 14 is a group of 10 and 4 ones. So I have to carry my group of 10 over into my tens column. And 3 plus 3 is 6. Woohoo, doubles. And 6 plus 1 is 7. So he paid out 74 cents altogether. Now, what do we have to do next? Very good, that's right. We're going to subtract this 74 cents out of how much Miles the Moose started with, which was 94 cents. So here we go. 94 cents minus 74 cents. Ooh, lovely, look at that. 4 minus 4, haha, 0. That was easy smeezy. Now, 9 minus 7. I like to start at the low number and kind of count up to the higher number. So 7, 8, 9, haha, that leaves 2. There, oh, how much do you have left? Now, not just 20, we're dealing with money, so we're going to label it cents, 20 cents. Miles the Moose ended up with only 20 cents left after he paid his friend to do his chores for him. Hey, nice work on those story problems. They can get pretty complicated sometimes. Now, I'd love it if you'd please do the activity that I've attached to this video. You're going to need to solve 2 different story problems. Feel free to write on the screen, draw out the coins like I did, and get your answer. Don't forget to label your answer with a cent sign or a dollar sign so that I know you're talking about money. Hey, I can't wait to see how you do. Have a good afternoon. Bye.